Hello and welcome everybody to our coverage of the Ontario Online Open. We've got a big match today between Reaver XR and Timbo Slice, once friends, now enemies. As you can see, they're placing ships, so let's go down the list, starting with Reaver. We have got Whisper with Juke, Passive Sensors, and Fifth Brother, followed up by Redline with Proton Torpedoes and Lieutenant Psy with the ST321 title. And to bring you Timbo Slice's list, welcome my co-host James.
Thanks, Greg. On Timbo's side, we've got Sonny Bounder with the Ion Cannon, a Cartel Spacer, also equipped with an Ion Cannon, 2 Zealous Recruits, and to round the list out, Nam Lam with Ion Cannon, Dengar, and Contraband Cybernetics.
Should be a good match. I like the scum list for the fact that it has a lot of ships, and Fangs are just real good.
Fangs are extremely good for their points. You get a lot of value out of them. Also, these Seeks, when you put a cannon on them, they become something that you don't want to ignore. So it's really tough target prioritizing in this list. I do think a key for Timbo's side will be to get a Namlam block off on hopefully Whisper or Redline to be able to get those efficient shots into him.
Yeah, it seems like the six are probably going to be the forward blockers. Try to get an ion off. It's not really matter if they do damage or not. They're the disruptors, while the Fangs are going to be the heavy hitters, and you just don't want to shoot at Nam with Dengar Gunner.
Exactly. So it really becomes a difficult decision of who do you shoot first. And after you've shot one of these targets, you really likely didn't get that many points, because if he flies it like you said, those Seeks will be in front, and they're really not worth that much. I think we'll see some flanking from the Zealots, hopefully.
They're not in flank position yet, although since the Empire got the setup after, he got more of a choice in that.
Exactly.
So it looks like Whisper is being set up to be a flanker. He can move pretty fast with the extra 2 from the decloak. It's going to be pretty hard to block Whisper, but
it absolutely will be, but it can be done, especially if you put a couple of ships in front of her, block those lanes. I feel like often the Phantom can be somewhat predictable, and what it does. It's just sometimes obvious, but that doesn't mean that it's easy to peg her down.
Right.
So it looks like
Timbo's got to assign tiles, and he's assigning them to the wrong ships.
Oh no.
Well, as long as he doesn't go by color, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think it. Well.
So who you got, James?
My heart says Scum. My brain says Imperials.
See, I'm a little bit the opposite on that. Like my heart says Imperial, but my brain says Scum.
I mean, I want the Scum list to win, but it's going to be tough to peg down a well-flown Whisper. That Redline can easily wipe a Fang off the board in a turn. or one of the spacers off in a turn.
It is going to
So
be crucial for the Fangs not to get caught with a proton shot early.
exactly. Yeah, it seems like Timbo does not play on Tabletop Simulator very often.
Nope, so
He's-
get a coffee, James. We're in for a long one. Round-based game.
I have a stout. It has a hint of coffee to it.
There you go. And while we're doing it, today's episode brought to you by Snapple Diet Peach Tea. 10 calories a bottle. Here's your Snapple fact. Challenger Deep. All right. Challenger Deep, in quotations, is the deepest point on Earth and can hold 25 Empire State Buildings end to end. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that either. Where is Challenger Deep located?
I don't know, but that's not a name of something that's naturally occurring.
I would like to know about this. I'm going to look it up.
So it looks like the Fangs are starting to move.
Challenger Deep is located in the Mariana Trench,
Hmm.
which makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, because the Mariana Trench is the deepest trench in the ocean, I'm pretty sure. So,
Absolutely does make sense now that we think about it.
for some reason, I was thinking it was some kind of like drilled tunnel or something that a man had just like we just decided to drill to the core.
I also thought it was going to be that. So it looks like the Fangs going 2 forward with barrel rolls back.
That's interesting. I think he's just playing it cautiously to see what his options are.
His whole list are initiative ones. So
Which I do like that. It gives him choices to be able to decide who to move first. Yeah, he's got the classic TTS drag all of the tokens with you. I do it all the time as well.
there is the setup.
So it looks like he's either just going to completely ignore Whisper, or he's feinting that he's going to completely ignore Whisper.
I could see a world where the Fangs head in towards the shuttle and red line, and then Nam and the cartels, or not the cartels, the
Sikhs.
Sikhs, yeah, those things. The Sikhs come in and take their chances.
It's possible. I think the advantage that this list has is numbers. I think you kind of want to keep them together rather than separating them. I think if you separate them, you are leaving yourself open to the possibility of just getting picked apart.
I agree. I was expecting a little faster move from Redline, hoping to catch something early.
The likelihood of him getting a shot round one is pretty low.
Well, he has a boost, doesn't he? And then his ability lets him take an action after?
He does have a boost, yeah. It could have been possible.
Yeah. I mean, the Fangs are the initial approach is everything for them, because if they can get in on the shuttle and red line, they're in a great spot. But if they're caught with a proton torpedo shot, it's going to be real tough on at least one of them.
That's definitely true. It looks like Reaver is using Redline as a bit of a blocker for his shuttle. This is a classic shuttle setup. You kind of set it up so it can get blocked a couple turns, where you can force your opponent to open up and make decisions, and you can react on those decisions. It's definitely a great strategy for an AC type Imperialist.
Yeah, I just wonder if he's relying on Whisper to pull too much weight.
It's possible. This is a light red line, which I do kind of appreciate. I think often it's very easy to put too many points into red line. I think the key really is going to be Sai pulling his weight in the list. Typically, you don't expect a lot from a shuttle. However,
Yeah.
Sai's ability and ST321, we should be seeing, a fairly efficient Sai.
It's just how well is he going to be able to keep up? Like, the shuttle will be able to keep up with Nam, but the
Yeah,
Fangs and the Seeks.
definitely not going to keep up with the Fangs or the Skix, but might not need to if you can remove one of those pieces early.
Looks like we're ready for round 2. Here comes the decloak. Either going to be right or forward. We'll see.
I think it's going to be a right here. I do not think that he needs to be aggressive and go forward.
There it is, the right. Now we'll get the ones moving. He can move in any order he chooses.
Interested to see how aggressive Timbo decided to be with these Fangs, because that would really indicate what his decision is.
Kind of used your shuttle ploy on Nam there. Getting the block on Nam, taking it a little slow.
Yeah, it looks like both of these players are just waiting to see more development from we had a dial error. Reaver's letting him actually take the maneuver he wanted to, which makes the most sense here, to be honest. It's not like he's gained any information.
There is the fast turn in. I like that from Brown because you're probably not getting a turn on a red line.
I agree. It puts him in a position where he can be pretty active. I do have a bit of a concern about it getting too far ahead of everything, but he might just be using that to draw attention to spring a trap.
It's a trap. Gotta have that here.
Oh yeah, it's time to shoot.
It's not it.
It's a trap!
There it is.
There he is.
That one's for you, Akbar. There is the turn away from redline, and all of a sudden those fangs are in great position.
I really like where the Fangs are now. It opens up their ability to just press in on Lieutenant Sai, be super effective. It's going to be very difficult for the Phantom to get into combat quickly. Maybe 2 turns. Oh, and after that, 3 or 4. And Redlines doesn't turn around very quickly either. I'm a little surprised that he's leaving the shuttle all alone like this.
Yeah, the shuttle is kind of meat right now.
Measuring.
Doesn't look like anything's gonna be in.
Nope, wouldn't think so.
I want to see if he goes 5 forward. If the green fang hits the asteroid, absolutely does not. So that shuttle,
No,
I think, is in a world of hurt.
Yeah, that's a clean lane. You 100% do a 5 forward boost and focus.
You got to get Brown in there too. I mean, if the shuttle has the choice of shooting Brown range 1 or green range 2, does he go green range 2?
That's a tough one, because with the Concordia face-off, green at range 2 makes more sense.
Yeah, it's one dice versus a guaranteed evade, it cancels each other out, right? So like, it's honestly, I wonder. I'm gonna have to do the math on that.
Yeah, I don't know it offhand.
Reese with the big subscribe. Thanks, man. It's kind of contributing to your own thing, but hey, we appreciate it.
Hey, we need it. The more subscribers, the better.
Yeah, I think we're 4 more now from getting some emotes. Because apparently there's emote goals.
Yeah, I noticed that we only had the one.
Yeah, at the level we're at right now, it only lets you do 1 for each tier. And like, why anyone would subscribe at tier 2 is beyond me. So like, I think once we hit 15 subscribers, we get like an additional emote for the tiers.
Sweet. That'll be exciting. I do like our one emote, the blank evade die. I'm intrigued to see what the Punisher does here. I feel like the hard 2 in is the most logical.
I gotta assume it's a hard 2 in and then taking a lock and trying to blast one of these Seeks out of the sky. I'd like to see Whisper decloak left and then 3 bank in and try to get that flank game on.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid move. And I think you kind of need to at this point, especially since he's just leaving the shuttle alone. I think you need to do work. If you're going to leave it separated like that, you need to do work on the rest of the list.
Yeah, I wonder if like leaving the shuttle as bait was like planned to like get the fangs out of it so he could do work on the rest of the list and then focus on the fangs.
It very well could have been. I guess I could see it, but I mean, the shuttle does not move very quickly, and he's got 50 points into that thing. So, I mean, it's really, I guess, what you trade off for it. All right, you called the decloak correctly to the left. Okay. So it looks like Timbo's bringing the whole list around to the left. Surprisingly slow from that Fang. I thought he would go a little bit quicker than that.
From both of these, I think.
Yeah,
it's
it's very
surprising.
Very conservative. The Fang fighter really wants to be in range 1. There's no incentive to be in any other range.
He doesn't have Fearless on him, so it's not really an offensive bonus to do it, but
That's true.
the defensive bonus is pretty good. So I think Redline's in a pretty good position to either get a Proton Torp off on Nam or, I mean, knocking out Nam with a Proton Torp or doing, not knocking him off, but doing a lot of damage might be a good idea. Just get Dengar off the board while you have shields.
Yeah, I would assume that Namum's probably a good chunk of points in this list, so it definitely would make sense. All right. Sai is engaging.
And looks like he's coordinating a focus, which lets him get the focus himself.
And then lets him take a target lock.
I like where he's at right now. I mean, the shuttle can take these 2 shots and be all right.
That's probably true.
Redline with only the 1 bank. I wonder if we'll get a boost here.
Yeah, he could boost into another lock. Well, no, he can't because he just took a lock. So we will not be seeing a proton torpedo here.
Is it? After he does an action, he can acquire a lock, or is it take a
Oh,
lock
it is.
action?
Yeah, yep. No, it's you may acquire. I was just reading that myself. I misunderstood him. All right, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think you go Nom here.
You go Nam, absolutely. It's the only non-obstructed shot. And
A lot of drama in this choice. Finally on Nom.
I really like Reaver's positioning here. He has a 2 bank in, which I think is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I like where he's at too.
Takes a passive censored action.
It's gonna be all Reaver taking the first shots. The Whisper is gonna measure for the lock, has it on to at the cartel spacer.
He did not actually take the lock.
He said it.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. So it looks like he's gonna stick with the one hit and then spend the lock or not spend the lock.
Yep, he spends it. Pretty subpar.
Does have a force you could spend for a crit.
I don't think you want to spend it here.
Yeah, it's a little early, and the spacer has a focus. It's gonna roll 4. It's debating. It's gonna hold on to the force and just go with one hit.
I think that's the right call. You got an ion cannon shot coming in. You
think
do
this-
not want to get ionized.
This is one too many dice, so it's gonna have to reroll. Got the evade. Gonna juke the evade into a focus. So will the spacer take one or just spend the focus?
He spends the focus here. Not going to take the damage. I think that's smart. These guys are fragile.
So
You do
we're
not want to
getting-
take damage.
We're now gonna get a proton torpedo from red line into Nom.
Namlam's ability will trigger here. Gonna rotate his arc. And that is a must ability. It is not a may.
Ooh. 2 focuses. Does have a focus token, so he's gonna spend his lock on 2 dice. And that's gonna end
There it
up
is.
being 2 hits, 2 crits.
That's a pretty good start. Let's see how Namlam rolls here. A blank and a focus. Will he spend it or just take it? He spends it, and those are his shields.
So now Sai is going to go on range 2 onto the green fang.
I'm surprised we didn't see a Dengar trigger there.
I am also surprised.
I think that's just a missed trigger, because I think that's...
This could be a bad roll for this fang.
Oh.
So hit crit coming in. Fang's gonna roll 3. 2 evades, not a problem.
No big deal. Let's see what the Fangs can do to the shuttle. Oh, he's starting with Namlub. Measured front arc, but his arc is in the side. Oh, he's checking for ion cannon. I see. I like it. An ion cannon shot could do a lot here.
We would need to get all three through. It's going to be a shield down onto Redline.
Next, we're moving on to the Cartel Spacer. Has the range 3 on Whisper. It's going to be an Ion. Whole lot of nothing. That's unfortunate. And let's see what the Fangs can do on side here.
It's going to be hit crit coming in.
It's not bad. Sai with nothing. And the second shot from the other Fang for 2. And blinks. All right, I think Timbo came out decently ahead there.
Not only did he come out ahead, but he scored the first points of the match.
I mean, Namlam only lost his shields, which not ideal, but at the same time, not the worst thing in the world. Oh, just remembering his Danguard trigger, and Reaver is being a kind opponent and allowing him to do it here.
We're all friends here.
Absolutely. This is a casual league. I could see an opponent in a major tournament not allowing this, but in a game like this, no big deal. He does roll the critical, which means that Redline will lose a shield.
So 1 shield left on Redline. Sai is down 1 hull early. Whisper's at full. Nam has lost its shields, and that's the only damage on the Timbo side.
Yep, I think that worked out pretty well for Timbo.
Do you think we get a fast shuttle movement here? Try to get the back arc.
I don't see why not. Otherwise, you're potentially getting blocked. I guess you could do a 0 stop and hope that you're getting arc on something. But
I think that's a little risky.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I think in this scenario, the best thing for him to do is just to try to get out of dodge and not take any shots. So yeah, I think we'll see the 3 straight from him. That's the fastest he can go.
Does have Sunny Bounder to worry about.
Yeah, but Sunny only has ion cannon, so we'll either see an ion cannon shot or we will see just a primary. I kind of like the primary better with Sunny, or Auto Blaster on Sunny is also really good. Just because the more dice that you're rolling, the less likely it is for you to trigger Sunny's ability.
Right.
So with his ion cannon, you are actually decreasing your probability rather than taking the Auto Blaster. I mean, I get the control element, but, you know. Okay, Greg, I'm going to step away for 1 second. I will be right back. I should be back in plenty of time for shooting.
Okay. So Redline now has a choice to make. Does he stick with his Nom Nom pursuit? Or does he turn in and try and help the shuttle on Sunny? He's got one Proton Torp left. Both the Fangs are in a little bit of a weird position. Probably not going to be able to get shots on the shuttle this turn unless the shuttle does something pretty crazy.
All right, doesn't look like I really missed anything.
No, I think they're just making one last adjustment to his dials.
I'm curious to see what Timbo will do with these Fang fighters. I think at this point, you just have to accept the disengage on the shuttle.
Yeah, I think you just send him towards Redline now.
Yeah, why not? They got a great flanking position. The hard 2. Or 1, I guess.
Sunny can hold their own defensively. Like the Seeks roll 3 agility, and he can plink away at the shuttle. It's gonna be a while before the shuttle gets shots on anything else, so. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like where the fangs are. Like that green fang. Too hard and then like a boost in probably get something on Redline.
I agree with you. I didn't initially like the open on Timbo's side, but after seeing the shuttle just left alone like this, I really like it more and more.
There's a 5K from the Cartel Spicer, and then Nam comes over the gas cloud.
Looks like he's trying to pull off a block on Whisper here.
See if he gets a strain. He will take a strain on Nam. It is. I think this could get potentially a double block.
It could, yeah, absolutely. Kind of depends on what he did with Whisper here.
Sunny with the barrel roll.
It's interesting that Sunny went there. I guess he's just kind of focusing on Redline with all guns as possible.
I do think Focus Fire is a vastly underappreciated resource in this game.
Yeah, it's something that you really just need to do if you want to win games. Generally, splitting your fire up does not result in effective combat. So he boosted in with the one Zealous, and he's going to stay put with the other one, trying to pull off that block. I think that he's going to miss it, though, and I think the Psy's just going to jump right by him.
Oh, Psy stops.
All right. I guess we don't know what we're talking about.
I mean, the Zealous is not that worried. He has the free evade, has a focus. Gets the bump on Redline. And he got the bump on
yeah.
Whisper.
You got both of them. Timbo very excited.
This is going to be Lieutenant Psy onto the Brown Fang.
Timbo reminding his opponent about his shot with Whisper here.
So this is going to be range 2 onto Sunny Bounder through the cloud. So a 3-on-4 shot. 2 hits and a focus. Does he want to spend his fifth brother for a crit. He is going to
does
fifth
it.
brother.
Going
I like
aggressive.
that.
I like it.
Trying to get another another evade. That's only going to be one evade for the Cloud.
Wow.
So hit crit goes through, and that's going to be a crit onto Sunny early in half points.
That's more than you expect on that. But Sunny was tokenless.
Structural damage. So Sunny is going to be rolling one less from now on.
Well, it doesn't look like Redline has Arc on her. Maybe, actually. But it looks like it's out.
Now Sai goes range 1 onto the Brown Fang.
No modifications.
2 hits.
Nope.
So Concordia will turn 1. Or well, you didn't roll.
Guess not.
Has a focus. Concordia turns 1. Focus turns the others. No
Yep.
damage.
No difference made. Okay. Here, moving to Timbo's shots here. Zealous Recruit number 2. Checking the wrong arc. He does not have a side arc. What? Oh,
That was the
all right.
Brown Fang checking arc.
So they're saying that it's out. Nothing from that one. Taking the range 2 on red line from the other Zealous Recruit.
Looks like it's obstructed.
He's debating. Yep, the side's on Whisper here. Or on red line, excuse me. Which I think is the right call.
The focus,
Yeah.
that'll be hit crit.
That'll result in a shield.
And the shields are now down on red line.
All right. We're moving on to the 2 Seeks. Gonna go Sunny first. Looks like it catches him. Timbo's positioning here is pretty solid.
So that's going to be an ion shot for 4. That'll get the job done.
3 hits. The one just sitting out on the side needed a little bit more space. That'll get the job done.
So Redline is now ioned. He's in a terrible spot.
Yeah, he is. Because I think that ion move also puts him on. Debating targets.
Is there a disagreement here on damage?
The other one is discussing how many damage has been put into red line thus far. It's going to be a 3-on-3, so it looks like he's taking it on red line here.
I think he just hit F instead of R. Two. I assume this is an ion cannon shot.
Yep. Timbo has declared that all of his shots are ion cannon shots unless he says otherwise.
Fair enough. Spending the evade token. Whisper will take no damage. And we are back to dials.
Oh, that was on Whisper. Got it. No, I think that shot had to have been on red line, because he rolled 3 defensive dice. If it was on Whisper, he would have only been rolling 2.
Oh, you're right. It was probably on red line through the cloud, and then
Yeah, that's where the
that's where.
convert.
Yep.
Yep. Regardless, no damage.
Red line is Ion, so he's going 1 forward into Nam, unless Nam vacates that area. But there's not a lot of good spots for Nam to go.
I don't see why Namlam needs to move.
Yeah, just 1 forward, let it happen. Although you do send Whisper. Whisper does have that cartel spacer at his rear, which is annoying. But decloaking left, coming around right, and getting the shots into Nam could be a good play.
It's tough because your decloak to the left doesn't leave you a lot of room. Looks like you might have room to do the candy cane, do that hard 1 in.
I think if you go backwards, you even got the 2.
You think he's got the 2? Interesting.
If he goes
I think just the
backwards
1.
on the decloak, I think he's got the 2.
All right, it's definitely possible.
Everyone knows that I'm the best tabletop player in the world, having recently come in like 59th in a tournament. So I'm going to say the 2 is very possible.
Yeah, I don't see why Nam doesn't just stay put. He's effective as a blocker. I think Sunny Bounder has enough room to do a hard 1 in on red line and still be out of arc. The front Zealous Recruit can do a 2 straight. We'll still have arc.
And Nam likely, I mean, Nam's not going to die this turn. So
Right.
He can take that shot from Whisper and turn his arc and maybe get some damage through on Whisper, which would be huge.
I think we'll actually see a disengage from Whisper here.
That's interesting.
Whisper's in a bad position if he does the left and then the hard 1 or hard 2 in. It puts him where you've got that cartel spacer right behind him, taking that ion cannon shot at likely range 1. Oh, he's gonna decloak. He goes to the left.
Back. I think you got that too.
Yeah, the 2 does fit. The question is, does it bump? But I don't think so.
I mean, I wouldn't hate a 1 either.
They're just debating what round it is. I'm pretty sure it's round 5. Okay, got that figured out.
There is the 2 forward from the cartel spacer right where he needs to be. Love it.
Yeah, it's a great position for him. Not being threatened by anything whatsoever.
Nam with the bump will clear the strain and then have to roll for the strain again.
I really like this. Oh,
Retains the strain.
no big deal. You're not going to lose him this turn.
I wonder if he thinks he's got red line in the bag, so he's like, I gotta start getting some shots on the shuttle.
Yeah, maybe. I'm surprised with the disengage with Sunny. But
He knows that red line's not going anywhere, so he's just getting range 1 shot from green here.
yeah, the range 1 with green. Brown will likely have a shot. What does
See if this
Redline
is in
need
arc.
to 5 more damage on Redline? So he's got to get a couple shots on Redline here if he wants to finish him this turn.
I think he does catch that corner here on red line, so I would just focus.
I'm almost positive he does. Oh, the token's now in the way. That's close, but I think he does. Brown
Ooh,
definitely has a shot.
fast.
Yeah, I like this positioning.
I thought we might get the one bank. I just hate what it does for next turn.
Yeah, but at this point in the game, he needs to be playing a bit more aggressively. He is currently behind.
Yeah, it's true. I'm wondering next turn if you call the stop next turn from the shuttle and you just eat that roid and go with the 5k, could put your Sonny in a real good spot.
Yeah, I mean, unlikely that the asteroid does anything. Let's keep in mind here, though, Sonny does have structural damage. Taking your range 2 shot from Psy, it is possible that could kill Sonny.
Or put her at 1, in which case you don't want to risk it.
All right, so
There
we
was
did
the candy
hard
cane.
one. Yep, it makes sense. Puts him in the most favorable position. He's debating. I don't blame him. This is a very troublesome position. If you ask me, you definitely have a range 1 from the cartel, and then Namlam is going to be getting the arc turn from the ability if he shoots at him. And so then you'd have 2 range 1s going into Whisper, and that is not ideal.
Do you mess with a range 3 shot on the Fang to try and coax a focus off one of them? I think you gotta take this range 1 while you got it. You need to get some points.
I agree. Did the cartel space not take an action?
I took a target lock onto Whisper.
There. Yeah, the black and blue always blends in for me.
Whisper using passive, checking for a lock. As pretty much his choice.
Oh, he's debating. I think you just take it on Namlam and try to do what you can do.
I agree. I kind of...
Oh, he's going on Zealous Recruit number 1. Wow. He doesn't want Namlam to turn his arc.
I get that. I mean, you got the Dengar roll, which you can do nothing about. Like...
Well, he can spend
get the
a
worry.
green token, but he would not want to do that.
Right. Choice time. Does he want to spend the force? I think you spend that target lock.
I agree with you.
But he's going to spend the force for hit, crit coming in to the Fang.
Oh, and
2
he just
evades.
turns over.
So 1 crit coming in onto green.
Yep, he jukes, and then he spends a focus. Yep, just moved all the damage deck. That's funny.
Blue stabilizer.
That's
It's good.
not a great crit here to get. All right, now we got a size shot on Sonny. This could hurt.
Hit crit.
Does he remember that he's got structural? He does not.
1 second. Hey, Sunny has structural damage.
And still safe.
The giant fuck Greg roll there.
This guy sticking his nose in our business.
I genuinely feel bad, but like, if you see it, sometimes you gotta say it. Depends.
Oh yeah, you absolutely have to say it here. That's not a May thing. That's a you roll one less defense dice.
Here's the ion shot into Whisper. 4 hits. That's gonna do it.
Wow.
So
That-
1 shield, 1 ion.
That's problematic for Whisper. Because she's gonna bump into Nomlum.
Well, she can still decloak.
Oh, she can still decloak, yeah. Well, is decloak in action still?
You decloak left, and then the one might clear. I
Yeah,
think that
so-
probably clears. These fangs now get their chance in the sun, right? Oh, this gotta be Sunny.
This is Sunny Bounder, I'm sorry. Doing the front Zealous recruit. He did not actually check arc, he just assumed he had it. But it's being allowed, so
Stuff like that is when I don't interfere. It's the hard rules.
This is not an interfere position.
So that looks like 2.
Yep. And then the other one looks like it's gonna be 2 hits and a crit.
So needs an evade to live. Does
Doesn't
not get it. And that is a dead red line.
This game has gone downhill quickly for Reaver here, because that loose stabilizer doesn't even matter now. He does a straight maneuver, gets rid of it, no big deal.
Yeah, that pretty much saves him, and he's not going to take a shot from Whisper because Whisper's ioned. So it looks like Nam is going to have a range 3 shot onto the shuttle with the ion cannon.
I thought his arc was in the side, but
His arc is on the side, but he has an ion cannon.
oh yeah, the ion can't. Duh.
This is going to be range 3 obstructed. 2 hits coming in. Shuttle's got a focus and a free evade. It's going to need it.
They're forgetting about the cloud.
Cloud.
All right, so Nam cannot stay put anymore now that Redline is dead. I would expect to see a hard 2 then. I think that clears the cloud.
I might hard to the left.
Yeah, to the left. To the right,
And
it's
then-
red.
Just focus up, and if someone wants to shoot you, because you might get this chance on Whisper here if you keep your
Yeah.
arc there.
Yeah, I think going to the left makes sense with Namlom. I think Sunny probably does a hard 1 to the left as well. Maybe to the right. Try to pull up a block. No, because you're not going to get a block. Sai does a 0 stop here, right? I don't see any
Yes,
reason.
I think Sai is definitely stopping.
I guess you could see the 5K from Sunny. That would be I mean, I don't mind it.
He's got 2 health. He's got the juice to do it, barring a direct hit.
He decided not to cloak with Whisper? Oh, he is cloaking with Whisper. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to.
Here's a question. Do you just stay cloaked with Whisper?
I think you have to. Because getting a shot here is not the biggest priority. It's getting out without dying.
Right.
So yeah, I think we see green Fang just go 4 or 5 straight, fix the crit. He can come back around another turn, maybe 3 straight. Something basically a disengage to get rid of the crit.
I think Brown coming in.
Brown does hard too, absolutely. Yeah. You face right off with Whisper. You know that the best Whisper can do here is, I guess, be cloaked and have a focus. Or be cloaked and have an evade. I guess the evade would probably be.
I think you take the evade because you're gonna. Actually, I did the numbers. You take the focus on 4. If you're rolling 4 dice, then a focus is better than an evade.
Yeah, but if you've got the soft mod with
you do, that's
Fifth
true.
Brother,
yeah, you're right.
I think it then changes the math back to the evade being.
You're right. Having the doubled, yeah.
Because you're essentially now treating it not as 4 dice, you're treating it as 3 dice with having Fifth Brother.
Yep.
Yeah, math is interesting and tricky sometimes.
Math is stupid. Everyone watching, drop out of any math class you're in. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you that free advice.
You're very helpful for our youths.
Yep. Calculators exist. There's nothing else you need.
I'll be honest. I probably use 4% of the math that I learned in school. And I have a math-based job. A math-based enough job. Like, I'm not an accountant or anything.
Here we go. Round 7.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very tough. Oh, he's decloaking. I am very surprised.
Let's get an evade for the decloak.
I mean, I guess I'll be focused evaded. And he's hoping.
You can't evade. You can only do focuses. Can he get that ion or get that?
They're looking it up. I'll look it up as well. I feel like the answer is no, but I could be wrong. It's during your perform action step. You can tell them that.
It's during your perform action step. We looked it up.
Ah, interesting. Timbo was with us on believing that he was just going to do the keep the cloak token to just do the one straight. So this might actually work out well for Reaver. Sonny does the K turn over the asteroid. I like this call. You called this for sure, Greg.
I like it too. I think it's worth the risk here.
Yeah, why not?
And it doesn't even cost him. So not only is it worth the risk, it's worth all the risk.
Okay, so he did a bank to the left. That makes sense. I didn't really consider how close he'd be to the rock, so I was just thinking a hard turn would have been safest.
It's still gonna. I mean, if you're Whisper, you don't shoot Nom, right? Like,
Probably not. Not with Dengar. That's nice because it's a little ace killer. He can kind of afford to take the shots.
so loose stabilizer gets fixed on green.
Wow! Look at that boost. Look how close that is. Holy cow! What a boost! As long as he has a shot still.
Definitely does.
Yeah, he's definitely got the shot. You're right.
But it does also give Whisper a target. Over the cloud goes the shuttle.
I'm surprised by that. I mean, it was inevitable to happen, but it doesn't give him a shot. No
Doesn't
damage.
cost him though.
You want to tell him how to do it?
Don't do that. If you click the ion token,
Tim expressing his disdain for Tabletop Simulator. This is tough.
I think
do
you
not like
decline.
this.
You decline to shoot this.
I do not like this at all. He's gonna take it.
Range 1 through the cloud. Ends the
And
focus for 4
spending.
hits.
Greg, he did not take a shield off of Whisper last turn. When he got the ion shot went in, it should be 1 damage and the ion. And also his force is still flipped up, bro.
So 2 damage going through onto Nom. As long as our overlay is right.
Yeah, it's fair. Dengar in here.
That's going to be a damage onto Whisper. 2 shields.
Yeah, so he's... Hey, they got the force.
Took 1 damage from the ion, and then... Oh, Dengar just now.
There we go. I feel like it's easier to miss triggers in Tabletop Simulator because you have to like move to different places sometimes.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's just so much going on, and like your camera's not always on your cards.
Like on the table, it's just easy to just remove the token or flip the token.
The shuttle does have a shot onto Nom, and that could get the arc off of Whisper.
It's actually mandatory.
Yep. This is gonna be 3 dice from the shuttle.
I see. He does not need to rotate because it's already in the
Yeah,
side
it's
arc.
in the side arc. Yeah, bummer.
Wow. Timbo is in control, I feel like, right now.
Absolutely. Nom takes another one. He's got 3 left. Didn't
Yeah,
have to spend his focus this whole time.
This is a fun scum list. Come with a cartel spacer. Range 3 on the shuttle through the cloud. This will be an ion cannon. Unlikely to hit, but I guess you never know.
Oh, good hit with that.
That's a pretty good start. 1, 2.
Oh, Natty evades.
Don't do that.
There it is. That was great. Fang taking the range 1 on Whisper. They're debating if it's obstructed.
If you right click on the ship base and go to check front arc, it'll do the line for you.
Yeah, there we go.
We're not only broadcasters here, but we're teachers. This is range 1 obstructed.
That's gonna be 4.
That's
wow.
4 hits coming in onto Whisper. Whisper's
not
only
excited
rolling
about that.
3.
I mean, he's guaranteed 3 here. Okay. No, you convert with the cloud.
Cloud. Still gonna take a damage. Whisper's down to 2.
Yeah, but that's the best option you can ask for there. That looks like a range 1.
Sunny Bounder, range 1.
Going with the ion cannon. Nope. He's debating it. I think that I like the primary here, to be honest.
I do too like the primary. I think that's the right call. It's gonna go with Ion Cannon. It is his best chance to do a damage.
I don't think the ion cannon is wrong or bad here. But
So that's gonna bring Psy down to 4.
Reaver is trying to give himself more damage than he would have actually gotten.
So just 1 Ion token onto Psy. Not enough to do anything just yet.
Yeah, but the Jump Master's taking the ion shot on the side as well. Oh,
Can only do 1. Spend it. You never know. Could get through.
it's damage. He's trying to ionize it. Oh,
No damage. And we're going back to
and
dials.
that's a sad nom lom.
Nom's done his job. I'm happy with Nom's performance.
He absolutely has. I don't know what he does here though.
I think he the left is where he wants to be because the left are the easy turns for the Jump Master. So I think he's just going 1 left.
Actually, I think he does the 1 bank.
I think I like 1 bank. Put more of your side arc into Whisper area.
Yeah.
I want to take this moment to say, if you haven't followed us, smash that follow button. If you want to subscribe, give us a subscribe. Also, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. I'll do it now. Pulls up our YouTube channel. We just released our first episode of Pints and Pilots with Brew Dude. He goes over type of beer and the pilot it goes best with. So give it a shout. Take a look. Have some fun.
All right, so I think Sunny here has to do like a hard 1 to the right. I don't know that there's any other move that A clears.
I think the bank might have it. I don't think the bank is automatically out. It's just does it. I don't think it. I think it bumps for sure.
I think it puts you on the rock, especially if it bumps.
I don't think it would.
Well,
But-
we'll find out if he does it.
Yeah. Knowing the way we call games, he's going to do a too hard left.
I have no clue what's going on here. The good news is yes, he did. The damaged zealot here is gonna do a hard 2. He's gonna come back in, and he's got a great flanking position. I guess he could do a hard 1 as well.
If Whisper
wonder
wants
what
to
the cartel
decloak, he
spacer
only
does.
has the option left. So I think the cartel spacer's going one hard left.
That puts him on the cloud. I almost guarantee it.
Or, hear me out here, just K-turn him. No, that's a terrible idea. That puts him on an asteroid. Don't listen to me.
The 3K would probably not, but it also doesn't give you shots, which is the issue. If they had a sloop, he could sloop there. That'd be great. A 2 sloop would fit in beautifully. 3 sloop would also be great, but they do not.
And there is the decloak left.
They're asking the round number.
I believe this would now be 8.
I agree. Timbo just said it's round 6. Timbo reminding us how much he loves Tabletop Simulator.
Someone was talking in the Triple O Discord about how they kept track with just falcons. They spawned a falcon for every round.
All right, you were right about the bank.
Thank you.
What do I know?
Greatest tabletop player in the history of mankind.
It's funny. I actually think that I'm okay at this game, and I cannot even see that. Meh. Oh well. The cartel just doing the a bump there with the one bank. Zealous recruit doesn't care about the cloud. He's just trying to get some damage in.
No strain.
No consequences.
Every day is consequence free when you're in scum and villainy.
Their hard 2 is blue, right?
It is indeed.
So he should remove his stress. Oh, using contraband cybernetics here on Namlum.
I like that. Could take 2 stress and do the focus rotate.
He was going to, and then he remembered that he's Namlum, and his
Right.
ability will give him a free rotate. So,
Well, only if someone shoots at him.
yeah, but what's the point of turning your arc unless, you know? Yeah, I
Sure.
guess that's true. But I think he'll be shot at here.
There's a 3. I think we'll probably just get a boost. Maybe a boost
Yeah.
focus, but I think a boost. I don't think you stress yourself here. Leave your options open.
Definitely the boost inward. Yeah, I don't know that it matters. Actually, he's gonna focus.
Here's the pro move I want to see. Whisper doing the 3 bank.
To the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably gets you out of the Fang's arc.
See some 5D chess from Whisper here. Ooh. Sai coordinates the focus, gets a focus for his effort, and gets a lock. I think he tries to take out Sunny
I
here.
love that. I love this. Okay, he's remembering to clear the stress there off of the zealot. Yeah, I like what he's doing here. Checking range from Whisper.
As
Works
anyone
out.
who wants.
I mean, you take it on Sunny Bounder. It's the only target you can shoot at. Oh, no, he does have Nam. Yeah, whoops. Derp. Oh, he's going on Nam.
So he definitely wants to finish Nom, but to do that, He needs to fire with Whisper first, which will trigger Dengar. Oof. What a position to be in.
Yeah, that 3 bank I think would have gotten him out of that arc. And he passes sensors. I do not love where Whisper is. There's currently 4 arcs on Whisper.
I mean, possibly 5.
Yeah, there's going to be 5. Unless for some reason Nam Lam dies here. Which I don't think he will.
This is a 3-on-2 shot. Hit.
Something. Alright, so we need paint here from Nam Lam.
We'll get his Dengar roll either way.
Yeah, regardless, Dengar triggers.
So Juke's that. It's gonna spend the focus.
Matter. Yep.
So Nam down to 2.
That is ideal right there.
You should get the Dengar trigger. Here it comes.
Here it is. Well, Ryan would have the opportunity to spend a green token. He opts not to, I guess. I don't know if Ryan knows that.
So he's gonna try and finish Nam off.
Oh, I'm gonna delete side. I think
There's no undo. I got you. So that's gonna be 2 hits onto Nam. They go through, and Nam Lam is dead.
Wow. All right. I mean, that helps turn it a little bit in the direction of Reaver. Oh, remembering triggers. He's got 2 evades on Whisper and a focus and a force. Hopefully that's enough to help him live. I don't think I like his chances.
Still got 4 shots to deal with this.
Yeah. All in on Whisper.
So that Fang's got range 3 obstructed. So that's going to be 4 dice from Whisper. Not going to need it.
Nothing. Not ideal.
3 shots left. Just Whisper in a dream.
Taking the ion cannon shot here.
Again through the cloud.
Boy.
Just 1.
Oh, he's got the target lock.
You don't spend it there.
I think you do.
With 2 evades, a focus, and a cloud.
You're trying to strip tokens here. You're trying to set up your other 2 shots.
If Whisper gets out of this unscathed. This is a range 1 Fang shot. Is it not a range 1 Fang shot?
I think this is actually supposed to be Sunny Bounders. He just had 3v1.
So
he was going on Psy.
Alright.
That's why. I am surprised by that, but
So that's 1 damage in on Sai.
he's going primary on Sai here. Ooh. Timbo's debating the ion cannon here.
I mean, that puts Sai in a real bad position for next turn. That's a cool way to kill someone.
Just going primary here. I like the primary call.
One crit.
And it goes through. Could be trouble for Sai. Blinded. Okay. I think I would have liked to see all 4 shots go into Whisper. I know you don't agree with the target lock spend from yellow, from the cartel spacer, but I think you do it. You know it's not going to hit, but you do it to try to strip as many tokens as you can.
Well, here's my thing. I think like 2 shots had already failed on Whisper at that point, right? So like,
well, 1.5. Again, if you spend the target lock, it's a different point. But yeah, at that point, once you decided not to spend the lock, yeah, I think switching to Sai makes sense. But I think Sunny Bounder had a chance of getting an Ion token on Whisper, which just ruins Whisper's day.
Here's what I think you do right now. I think you
kill Lieutenant Sai.
Yeah, you just send all your ships at Sai and let Whisper do what he may.
What can Sai honestly do here that does him any favors?
He has to. He almost has to 2 hard or 1 bank. He can't go straight. He could stop, but like that doesn't help.
If I'm in Ryan's shoes, I do a 1 bank to the right.
To the right.
Yep, you know that he's dying in a turn or 2. You do the 1 bank to the right. It opens up your shots, and then you can do the 0 stop the next turn if you live. But you're not gonna live, so like you basically need to open up your shot options here. That's all you can really do with him.
Yeah. This game did not go Reaver's way, but you can't say that Timbo didn't fly well.
Timbo definitely flew well. Like I said in the beginning, I wasn't a big fan of just leaving the shuttle alone.
Yeah, I think that it does sometimes. This game is cool because sometimes you can trace the game state all the way back to that beginning setup.
Very, very often you can actually, there's games where you can decide what happens before maneuvers have actually been dialed in. And sometimes you can determine what the actual maneuver was that was the problem, or where the tides turned. And I honestly think that it was when the shuttle was left alone. It put the shuttle in a very bad position, and then it just changed everything. Timbo's definitely done a great job of keeping targets in shots. The Namlum block was masterful on 2 ships.
Yeah, it was great job. Namlum, even though he's dead, he did work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He did his job. This is actually, I think, the engagement, the way it all worked out, was precisely the way Timbo wants it to happen. He wants them to be targeting Namlum because these zealous recruits do work. And these ion cannons, when ignored, do work. So
yeah, and he's got a couple crucial ions off. Like it's paid off for him.
Absolutely. Redline wouldn't be dead if it weren't for Ion.
Exactly.
Whisper wouldn't be as damaged as he is if it weren't for Ion. Getting our decloak here. Is he going left? Looks like he's going left.
I think he left and then turns right. But if you're Sunny, maybe you try and go for the block there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sonny might just get in the way.
Oof. If Sunny one banked,
I'd like to see a barrel roll focus from this guy. Looks like that's what he's trying to do. Yep, we got the barrel roll. And then into the focus. That is your block right there. Oh, no,
really,
okay. That's
really making
like
sure
that.
he gets the block.
No, I really like that because it
That covers the 1,
a
2, and
range
3.
one shot. Yeah. That's gonna be tough for Whisper if he decided to turn inward. Five straight. Yep. Love it.
And you just keep this one on the shuttle.
Yeah, I guess it works.
I don't know if I
might have-
love the boost.
No, I was just gonna say I think you might have just boosted into the possibility. Oh, nope. Great. Sai's doing the stop. I don't like that a lot because I think the range one. And we got the bump from Whisper. Timbo's saying he just offered up half points on a spacer, but I don't think it matters when you have a range one into Whisper. I think you can potentially do some damage here with this this Zealous recruit. He's shooting on the recruit. I guess that makes sense. Try to strip that token.
That'll do it. 2 hits, 2 crits.
Wow.
And he's gonna make him spend that token.
That's painful.
1 crit. Needs a direct for half.
Fuel leak, not a direct. Bad for the future, but not that bad now. Oh, well, Sai could
So I could do something here.
finish off either Sunny or the Zealous here. They're both at range 1. I think you take it on Sunny, right? Sunny's rolling 1 less defensive dice. Oh, he's going on the recruit. What do I know?
Recruit is worth more points. And the recruit won't get Concordia for this either.
That's
It's not in front arc. Only 1 though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like just the Zealous have shots. He's going to start with the range 1 from green. That's gonna net 3.
And that is a dead shuttle. All that work to get him another shuttle, and all he does is get it destroyed.
Just disrespectful, really.
So true.
And we got the range 1 from the other one. It's gonna net 3. That'll get a damage. Oh boy. And he's forced to spend them both. He will not be able to cloak here.
He does. He got the extra evade.
Oh, he's got 2 evades? Okay, then yeah, he's
And
good.
then fifth brother. So
Yep.
takes 1 damage.
He wants to play for the MOV.
Well, it's important in a tournament.
Yep, can't blame him.
I believe this is now round 10 of 12.
I agree. I do not see a way in which Whisper comes out. Maybe he gets half points or gets a kill. But I mean, he's got to die this turn. It's going to be very difficult not to have at least 2 shots on him.
I think you decloak right and then bank left after yellow.
Yeah, that makes sense. Green probably can do a hard 2 here and covers most of Whisper's decloaks and moves.
Yeah, I think you're for sure getting a shot from green, but I think you might be able to avoid a shot from the brown fang, and depending on what Sunny does, even Sunny.
Well, if Sunny does a hard one to the left, that covers that option.
I think that's probably Sunny's best move.
I think the recruit, the brown recruit, just does a 2 straight, I guess.
I think we might end up see the 5k from the yellow Seek.
Yep, I think I agree with you. Tim's done a great job of forcing Ryan to spread out his damage here. He's only, he lost an Omlum, but other than that, everything's kind of just a little hurt.
Yeah. And Ryan does currently have 69 points, so is MOV worth ruining that?
Had to consider that there. Whisper decloaking to the right. Yeah, looks like we'll probably see what you said there. Makes sense.
He needs to have banked fast enough to get out of the block coming from Sunny, which I'm almost positive is coming.
He's moving Sunny first. Says there was not enough room to complete it.
It just bumped. It said it in the chat.
That's unfortunate. I do not think that
I
Timbo was
don't
expecting.
hate it though. I don't like. It's not the worst
No.
thing's ever happened.
Alright, just 3 bank.
I just take an evade or target lock, I guess, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know that Whisper will get a shot here. I was gonna barrel left, put himself in a nice protected position.
Can't do that. I have to go forward. Does it get the barrel roll? Yeah, I saw it. Sorry. Two-bank. So this is more of a setting backup round for...
Yeah, which is perfectly fine. Timbo's definitely ahead here. He's putting himself in positions where he's probably not getting shot.
Round fixes the fuel leak. And then it's
Get
just gonna
target
take...
lock.
Yep, take a target lock. Again, this is mostly a setup round. Ugh. I hate
Oh
to see
my
it.
goodness. Timbo must have seen that coming. And he just declared he did not see it coming. So I don't know what I'm talking about. That unintentional block on Sunny worked out really well then.
So here's Whisper's attempt to ruin the greatest point total of all time.
Debating his target.
So he could go on the Fang. It's an auto evade, but he doesn't have modifications regardless. 1 damage. You get half points. I think you go on the Fang. It's worth more.
You go on the Fang here too. It's worth more. You got a damage into it already. You can't keep spreading your fire. You've got to remove guns here if you want to stand any chance. Ryan not loving that he has to choose. And who can blame him? He just said he's more likely to get the hit on the Spacer, but he wants to get half on the Zealous, which I think is the right call.
Yeah. You only need to get 1 through onto the Zealot to get points. You would need 2 on the Spacer. And the Spacer's worth 15, the Zealot's worth 20.
That'll net damage.
Spend it. Spend it, bud.
He's going to do it.
Choose violence. He is fifth brother. That's 2 hits, 2 crits coming in.
He can destroy it here.
He's
And he
gonna
does.
destroy it.
There it goes. I mean, you're only taking 1 shot here.
It's
So
not
I
out of the
think-
realm of possibility to live and get a couple more points.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, I'm just gonna throw this out here. You've got 2 rounds. If you destroy that Zealot, that's 41 points. Brings you to 151. If you half point or kill Sunny, if you half point Cartel or kill Sunny after this round, after you fully wipe out the Zealot,
he's already half pointed Sunny.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you kill Sunny or half point the other Cartel Spacer, you could do this. So it looks like range 2 on the Whisper. Ooh, took the target lock instead of the focus. Hit
2.
crit.
All right, needs an evade here.
He has 2 evades,
Got
so
an
he
evade.
can live.
He has to spend one of the evades. That's no big deal.
Lives. The dream is still alive. The dream is alive.
I want to make a call out here while we move on. The PTL have a saying when 2 crits and 2 hits are rolled, it's socks and sandals. So we just did see a socks and sandals shot from.
I love our neighbors to the north, west for us. That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. This game ain't over, folks. I mean, I think you got a candy cane again. Decloak and then go right.
Yep, just have a conversation here. Timbo accidentally deleted 2 locks that he had on Whisper, one of which was the cartels. Just reacquiring that. Boy, what do you do with Whisper here? You can't decloak left. You can't decloak straight, so you have to decloak to the right.
I think you got. I think you got a candy cane. I think you have to.
I think you have to as well. That's what I was saying earlier about sometimes they are predictable.
Yep. Especially when you get obstacles and ships in the way, you can kind of force the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Remember the days of quad phantoms? I remember.
Were you even around then?
I watched so much Gold Squadron, Quad Phantom. It's like, Christ, someone get a new ship. Anyone.
It's funny that you mentioned that. If I recognizing his voice correctly, I think that Reaver actually flew Quad Phantoms back when they were a thing. I played against him at the System Open in Toronto. I do believe I won the match, but it was a close one.
Quad Phantoms were the Boba Fett of the day.
It was brutal, man. It was very difficult putting damage in.
I think
And
they were all
four reliable juke shots.
Yeah, well, they had, I think 3 had juke, and then 1 would have like crack shot.
I think originally 4 jukes fit, and then they changed it so only 3 jukes fit, and then they realized that wasn't enough. So they just said, "All right, you can't do this anymore."
And they're like, "Fine, no more Quad Phantoms, but we will let you get 5 X-wings."
I think that's honestly one of the biggest issues with the way that they do the point system is that making changes, you have to be on point with those changes, and sometimes you're not predicting them right. You're not making rash enough decisions, or you're making too rash of decisions sometimes. And if you're only doing it 2 or 3 times in the year, well, it makes it kind of difficult to fix those issues that you've created.
Yeah, I honestly thought that B-Wings were going to enter the meta, like hardcore, but they haven't. I thought with the stabilizers, that was going to really rocket them up.
You know, it's good, but I don't know that it's good enough, because I think that the quote unquote penalty that you pay with the title, where you have to spend the target lock for the second shot, makes it less reliable. So I think there's a good balance to that, which does not like make it rise extremely high to the top.
I also think that there's only 2 B-Wing pilots worth a damn, and that adding Gina didn't add anything for it. Like, Gina's not good.
Gina's okay, but
B-Wings can get stress anytime they want. It's not hard for them to stress themselves, so Gina's ability is practically worthless.
yeah, I think in like a B-Wing quote unquote swarm, but I think there's things where Gina could be useful. I just don't think we've seen them yet. Sometimes there's like,
What do the rebels benefit from stress?
well, I don't know. I don't necessarily know, but removing the stress from her is beneficial. I'm not saying I know what's good with her, but I think that there's interesting space to work with her.
She's no muse, that's what I'll say. Here we go, round 11. That candy cane is gonna be so close.
It's gonna be tight.
Oh man, I don't think that. I think that's going over the Aroid.
Yeah. The question is, did he actually do it then? Maybe he knew that.
Oh, he did it.
I think he has to.
Yeah,
He's only got 1 turn left.
if he cares about trying to win at all, he has to have done it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
That is not enough room to barrel roll, though.
Could barrel roll right, you little faith.
He could.
I mean, it doesn't help him, but still.
He doesn't accomplish anything for him. Decide on the lock here.
I think that's the right choice. You're not getting
Yeah,
shot.
I don't think Sonny's getting shot here.
Unless, did we get the surprise K turn?
It's a possibility.
Imagine the world in which a phantom stresses itself.
Decided to do the focus instead of the target lock.
The choices we make.
I mean, At this point, Timbo should just be trying to preserve points, so I think the focus is probably the right call, just in case. Oh, wow.
100%. I want to see that 4K now.
Oh, Timbo thinks that he might have done the 4K. And these guys are both Toronto locals, so they may play each other a decent amount. So this might be
I think we got boost focus
a
here.
local metal claw. He's
There it
going
is.
YOLO, he said, and boosting focusing. He thinks he's calling the 4K.
Ooh.
Oh,
Swing and a miss.
this is actually really
And
bad.
he kills himself on the asteroid.
What a way to end the game.
That's the game. A 200 to 110 point victory for Tim here. An excellent game played by both players. You got any final thoughts, James?
I thought it was a great match. I really liked the way that Timbo flew. He positioned really well.
We've got a lot of great action for you guys this week. Tomorrow we got 2 games bringing you some league night action. Wednesday we've got another Ontario Online Open action game. And Thursday we got our regular league night stream. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you have a great night.